Good morning, Twitter. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day so far. It is roughly 6:30 in the morning, a little bit before, and I have worked out twice. I have had breakfast, I have read, I have wrote down my goals, I have reflected on the prior day. So I'm just trying to get some things out there that I've done today, trying to figure out what you guys have done. It has been brought to my attention due to some tweets that I've put out onto the interweb last weekend that I have a bad attitude. Okay, so I want to break this down real quick for everyone. So prior to tweeting, I believe it was Saturday or Sunday, I'm not sure, you can easily go back and see that for yourself. I tweeted the following: people are so easily to manipulate. Okay, I tweeted that. Then I went on to say, I'm going to start giving advice like I know what I'm talking about. That's sarcasm. And then I said, it's 101. Do not follow my advice. Or something along those lines. I proceeded to troll wrestling Twitter. Very similar to how the fans troll wrestling Twitter. And, making fun of how some of the wrestlers talk, or the promoters, or bookers, or fans. Just having fun with it. Having a good time. Well, unfortunately, you're not allowed to have a good time unless you tell everybody beforehand that's what you're trying to do, or unless everybody's in on the joke, or, it is what it is. So, after saying all these things, I got bombarded with a series of tweets, subtweets. I was probably tweeted about more than after any wrestling event that I've attended and had a good or bad match, whatever that might be, depending on who is looking at it. Well, I just want to break a few more things down right here, kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking about the entire situation. So, I've got a bad attitude. I'm never going to get anywhere in life, and so on, so on. So here's a life recap at the age of 28 years old. I'll put some bullet points in a tweet, but I only have 100 and whatever, how many characters. I'm going to go ahead and get on here and save this real quick. So, life recap. Pretty good high school athlete. Most people are. That puts me in a high category. All right. Signed a Division I scholarship. Nah, the percentage just got a little smaller because not many people do that. There's still a bunch of us. I'm in a big fraternity there. But still not that many people that get to do that. Now, I'm going to break the percentage down smaller here because I've had a bad attitude my entire life and a terrible work ethic. 4-year starter. Okay, 4-year starter. Let's see here. I was elected to be the captain of that team in my final season. So that brings the percentage down a little bit, a little bit lower. I won a Southern Conference championship. I'm a champion now. Okay, so that brings it down a little bit, a little lower. I guess at this time I still got a bad attitude and all these things. Made a relationship with the Ultimate Warrior. I guess because he sensed how bad my attitude was and wanted to reach out and associate himself with a person with a terrible attitude. Let's see here. I had a WWE Tryout prior to starting my wrestling career. Okay. Now here's a little story about that. I broke my neck. In a way, hairline fracture, broke my neck, couldn't use my arm. Let's see, it was in October, November. Okay. Was scheduled to have my tryout in December, had to push that back a little bit Had to get my doctors to push the paperwork through to get me through there so that I could go in there and have a tryout. Not 100%, but I did the tryout anyways. That was in June. Did pretty well at that tryout, I'm pretty sure. Was one of the guys that got a call back. I'm not going to discuss what happened in that call. Not the most politically correct way of telling me not right now, not the perfect time. But, you know, maybe we'll break that story later on. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot, and I'm going to hit the independent scene. You know, like you're supposed to. So I hit the independent scene. So my first wrestling match is in front of over 600 fans, maybe a little bit more. And I was the main event. I was the headliner. I was how we were promoted. Everyone showed up to see me. And I guess I'm supposed to pay my dues at this point. Okay, so I'm a little confused here. So everybody's coming to see me. I actually helped set the ring up. I actually helped put the chairs out. I actually was there early. I was actually the last one to leave because I was doing all the fan interaction prior and all the fan interaction afterwards. Wrestled in the main event, 20-minute match in my first match. And raised a couple $1,000 as a fundraiser for a lady with diabetes. Okay, so at this point, I've got a terrible attitude. I'm a bad person, and I'm never going to get anywhere in life. Oh, by the way, I haven't trained how to wrestle yet. I kind of picked it up, and I started learning in the ring. I was trained for a couple weeks, but that's about it. So here we go. Continuing this road to wrestling. My plan is I think that I will be signed within 5 years or so. Unfortunately, here we are now. That did not happen, but just wanted to give everybody a little bit more of an insight. So I go on to the Twitter and I talk to the wrestling Twitters, and some people don't like some of my comments. That's fine. Well, you know what? I don't like a lot of your comments. I don't like a lot of opinions. But I've only went on there and complained about it once, and everybody got so upset. Well, you know, I've been blocked by that Gabe dude from Evolve. I had some wrestlers with like 20,000 followers that are so important in this game tell all their promoter buddies not to book me. That's fine. I don't want to be booked. I've had people hashtag you suck, hashtag this is terrible, hashtag burn boots, hashtag burn my boots. No, those were expensive, and I'm not burning my boots, but okay. Let's see what else we had here. I said some things about women's wrestling. Relax, people. You took the bait. You did exactly what I wanted you to do. So relax. Okay. In these tweets, I need everybody to think in their heads. I am talking about 95% of people. I am not talking about 5% of those people. Now, if you think that you are in the 95% of the people that I'm talking about and you got upset, okay, I get it. But if you're in the 5% of those people that you think I'm talking about, shut the fuck up and chill. Obviously, this doesn't pertain to you. So how about you pump the brakes and calm down? It's not a big deal. Guess what? I'm saying real things in a fake world. So pump the brakes. It's okay. We're all going to make it. Whether or not I ever wrestle again, whether or not you ever book me again, whether or not you ever cheer me again, it seriously doesn't matter. It's just a game. So relax, everybody, relax. Oh, Gunner, you said some things, now you're never going to get signed. Okay, what am I going to do? Go down to NXT and take a pay cut? No, not doing that. Promise you. I don't care. I'm not taking a pay cut to go start over and go to NXT. So, oh, Gunners, this path is not for you. I guess you don't want it that much. No, I've been pretty vocal about wanting it. I just want it my way. Do I deserve that way? Maybe not. Maybe you don't think so. Do I believe I deserve that way? I do. I do. Because here's something about paying dues that you guys don't understand. You see, a lot of guys get into wrestling at the early ages, right? 18, 19, 20 years old, because they don't go to college or, they don't have anything else to do in their life. So when I was 18, I was playing Division I football. So that means I was putting, and this is year round, by the way, and I was there for 5 years because I redshirted. So this means that I was putting 20 hours a week into school. I was putting 20 hours a week into football. I was putting all my extra hours in that week into my body. And oh yeah, I've got to be a community leader. So I have to be out in the community trying to build a fan base for a team that at the time was drawing 1,000 people. Okay. So I was one of the guys that was one of the faces for this team. This team that ended up drawing 18,000 people at home games. That's a pretty big turnaround. All right? Not saying it was all me, because it wasn't. I played with a lot of really good guys, and I wasn't the best. But I tried hard, and I tried to lead as best as I could, and I tried to set a good example for the community. But forget about that. In the wrestling eyes, I am vocal. I have an opinion. You don't agree with that opinion. Therefore, I have a bad attitude. Okay. So now I got people coming at me trying to come at my work ethic. Well, now we got an issue because my work ethic has never had a problem. And another thing, when people come at me and say, hey, fuck this guy. Well, now, that's fine. If we were standing face to face, if you were looking me into the eyes, I'm not sure you would say that. I think you would probably say something along the lines of nothing. You would probably say nothing. You would probably shake my hand because that's what you're supposed to do. And then you would be kind of nice to my face. And then you'd go over there to your little group of buddies, your little group of promoters, your little group of wrestling fans that rode with you that buy your stuff, your little sponsor that drives you places. And you'd probably talk behind my back, which that doesn't bother me at all. At all. You know what? I hope everyone says these things. I hope everyone talks behind my back. I hope everyone says don't book Gunnar Miller. Please put Gunnar Miller's name out there. Please keep talking about it. Please keep assuming that you know exactly what I'm trying to do, because I'm not trying to do anything. I'm strictly giving an opinion. Now, I'm sorry that you don't like that opinion, but I'm not going to apologize for having an opinion. At the end of the day, my theory on this business is, call it for what it is. It's fake. It's very similar to a TV show or a movie. We all know it's fake. But the thing that most people probably don't know is that I'm not necessarily talking about the wrestling or the performance or the art. I'm talking about the people. The people are faker than their gimmicks. It's sad, but it's true. If some of these guys were their gimmicks, they'd be okay. But unfortunately, from the top to the bottom, most wrestlers are faker than their gimmicks at their roots. Now again, I'm talking to 95% of people out there, not the 5%. Now, for some of you idiots, which are most of you, the ones that probably can't do math, the ones that can't read, the ones that aren't educated, the ones that couldn't go to school, the ones that can't keep a job, the ones that don't have any money, the ones that are constantly struggling, the ones that are out there begging for bookings, all these things, all you guys, that's 95 out of 100 people are shitty in wrestling. 5 of you are good. If you think that out of every 100 people, you are one of those 95, you might have a reason to be upset with me. But if you think better of yourself and you think that you're one of the 5, shut the fuck up. All right, everybody, have a good day. Tune into the 60-Minute Broadway on Thursday on Facebook at www.facebook.com/60-Minute Broadway. And maybe I'll follow up on this topic a little bit. Maybe I'll try to expand my thought process. Maybe I'll start being nice. Maybe. Or maybe I'll keep my opinions. Who knows? Tune in to see. Peace.